Hello, this is Fredline here. Welcome back to another episode of 7 Days to Die. And in between episodes, I have been working very diligently on various projects. I think I said I was going to be mining a little bit more, and I did. I mined barely, but really I felt that my time was best spent gathering resources. So one of the main things that I was able to do was I got a little bit of meat that I was gathering from a pig, I believe. And I did various other things. That was actually the most recent thing. That's the reason I'm up here. So if we go down here, we also have our forge running. This is putting in some clay. I also put in like all the iron that I got. So this thing is just running to be able to get us all those resources. I feel like it might be a good use of our time to also get some forged iron. We have already gotten a lot of that. We have 57 at the moment, and by the time this is done, I think we'll have 70, if my math is correct. And that has just been from mining rock. We haven't actually struck iron yet, but one thing I can tell you is that we actually don't need a candle. You see, if you remember from a few episodes ago, if we just look at our player for a second, we have a mining helmet on, and I was actually wondering how to turn this thing on. I did not know how to until I looked up in a forum, because that's just one of the things I do. I mean, it's like I don't want to learn everything about the game before I play it, but some things you just gotta learn on your own. So it's left on the D-pad, boom, we have a portable light that we can just go down into the mines with, and we don't have to worry about the weird candle and its glitchiness like we did in the last episode. So I can just kind of go down here, you know, mine. I can have my light off, but no one would want their light off for any reason. And we just keep going down, which we're not really going to do much of this episode. My plan is definitely to work up our defenses. Maybe if we just, maybe if it becomes nighttime and we don't really want to be outside doing other stuff, then we can go mining. But yeah, one thing I did that I wanted to do for the longest time earlier was I actually cleared out a bunch of the tall grass that was around. So now if we see crawler zombies, we'll be able to actually take care of them and not have to worry about it later. I also gathered lots of wood. That's why we have a bunch of it over here. Hopefully that will be able to make it so we can all repair these guys, really make it a strong defense. Hopefully zombies aren't able to break through. Okay, I'm still undetected. Sometimes I worry about that. It's like when it comes down to it, oftentimes a zombie can approach right from behind me. I also heard a groaning noise. With these headphones, it really does help. I've definitely improved on being able to sense my surroundings. Anyway, we gotta like figure out a better way of actually defending. This is still something that I came up with, and I'm just gonna have to rethink this solution. Maybe we'll have to have like a bunker that is, I mean, maybe we can have an underground bunker, but I feel like the better solution would be to have some place above ground, maybe elevated upward into the air, so we don't have to worry about zombies just randomly coming about. Okay, so one thing, I think this is the last thing that I did in between, is the corn. The corn actually grew all the way, so now we have 3 plants instead of 1. So every time that yields, we should be able to triple our corn supply, and that will serve as a better food source than the meat that's cooking upstairs, which I actually might want to grab right now so we don't waste a bunch of fuel, because wood is definitely a valuable resource. I keep planting down trees, but at the same time trees don't really grow that fast, and we need to preserve all the wood that we can. So let's go into here. Yep, everything's done. Now we can turn this thing off, grab the wood, and call it good. For some reason, I think there's like a glitch in this like update or this game, because I'm carrying the food and even the raw meat doesn't actually do this. It's like I don't actually have any effect that says that like a zombie is able to approach me or anything. Anyway, we're going to eat a lot of this stuff. Apparently it is increasing our wellness a lot. That'll hopefully be good. Man, apparently I was really hungry. Dude, how much stockpile food do we have? Not much. We really need to get some more meat at some point. So right there, now I'm at 100% food. I'm not sure about my water situation, but I do have lots of water already. So let's actually go our character water. 71%. Yeah, let's drink a bottle. Now we're at 99%. I don't need to drink a bottle just to get to an extra 1%. So grab that. We have 12 right here. And we'll probably try to fill up some glass jars to be able to get even more of a water supply. Now that I think about it, I think when you actually like use stuff in these fires, like if you use a bottled water, you don't actually get the glass back. Which, once I think about it, is actually really weird. I guess that's the reason why we gotta get more glass and keep collecting glass jars along the way. I also like scavenge some items, not much. I feel like some things we're just gonna have to scrap. Iron, arrowhead, I guess we can make a good arrow with that. Does it say anything about being able to I mean, it says burn time, so I almost feel like animal fat could be used as a fuel. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I think any item can be used as a fuel, because I didn't even like think about that really. Well, that one's not a good fuel, but yeah, I remember like many items have like a burn time that actually show how long it takes that they can be used for. Right, I collected lots of feathers, so let's actually make a bunch of arrows right now. I really just want to prepare for the night. I don't really care too much about bases or any of that kind of stuff. Let's just kit a bunch of weapons. I crafted an iron shovel because we got a bunch of iron now. And yeah, hopefully we will be better off. Already our wellness is pretty high. We're at 89 at the moment, which is a lot better than we were before. I remember us being at 70 at one point. Alright, now I can turn this thing off because there's no more stuff going into the system. We're going to need to get more iron because at the moment we're completely out. But that's not something I need to worry about too soon. Oh, let's actually try to look at torches. So, torches, are they anywhere around here? So you have tallow. Yeah, cloth fragment. Actually, I think tallow is made in the campfire, but I don't know what that takes. It takes a cooking pot. I guess we technically could, if we know how to make a cloth fragment. I don't know if cloth fragments are just something that you need, like, I think cloth fragments are literally just cotton. That's what I think, anyway. So I'm going to actually look. Yep, just a bunch of cotton. So let's actually craft some of those. I also heard a weird sound effect. Maybe it was just me leveling up or something. Because there's lots of skills that you're able to get, like by crafting things and doing all sorts of other things. Let's actually look at health, because I remember health, yeah, it's like the minimum maximum wellness. I actually talked about this in the last episode. That's the reason why our wellness was able to go up so fast, because my minimum became 80, and it jumped me right up to 80. Regain stamina, a bunch of that. This actually might be pretty useful to not eat as often, because I might actually want that later. You know, we actually might just buy that one. Are we able to buy another? Yep, okay. Now I have 15 points available. Forest running uses less stamina. That actually might be good too. I don't really care too much about water. Water's like a relatively easy thing to get. I guess glass isn't that easy to get, but that we'll figure out different solutions to these problems later on. I think it's raining. So I'm also undetected at the moment. We gotta get rid of some of these plant fibers in the back as well, because these also kind of block my sight, but I was mainly doing other stuff. So I think sand is actually literally right by this riverbed. Yeah, this is sand. So if we wanted to, we could actually get a bunch of glass by doing this. getting arrows and sand and all sorts of things. I'm also experienced lots of lag spikes. It's like sometimes the game just freezes for some reason. And what was I looking for? Glass jars. I'm able to gather some of this murky water. Oh, huh. Apparently that actually made it so that some of the water went into like this little area here. But anyway, I'm pretty much just going to use the stone shovel up until completion, because we have the iron shovel now, and that one's a lot better. So yeah, I didn't realize that the water physics would be like this. Can we actually dig underneath the water? That's what I want to know. I think we are. It seems we also have an oxygen supply that like shows the meter right there. Oh, also our shovel broke. Anyway, now we can use our iron shovel. And it actually lasts a lot longer. I remember our stone shovel breaking a bunch. And this one, all we need to do is just eyeball it so that it doesn't like break, and we have to craft another one. So yeah, right here, as you can see, I think sand can go into here and that makes glass. Let's like look at the meter for a second, because I'm pretty sure, yep, it gives glass. And I'd be able to make glass jars. Takes a little bit of clay, but we have a bunch of clay. It's surprisingly easy to be able to get clay. It's like, that's actually the hole in the ground over there. I'm just going to check outside, make sure there's no zombies. But yeah, that hole in the ground over there is actually a clay bed. And I dug up some, and that apparently gave us like almost 1,000 clay just in itself. So that should hopefully last us for the longest time. And if not, we'll just dig up a little bit more. Yeah, it's very, very easy to get these glass jars, so we're not going to have to worry about that. Just being by that riverbed really makes it so that we're able to get bunches of water. And the only thing we need to worry about is being able to get bunches of food, which we're already trying to do with the corn. So for the future, let's get some of that animal fat. Let's also get like the cloth fragments. Do I have any more like random cotton in here? Because I gotta also create a better cotton farm. It's like a lot of the cotton that I had in my inventory was from clearing out the different plant fibers that were outside in this whole entire area here. Because a lot of cotton is like in this area. And with the cloth fragments and the tallow, should be pretty fine. We're just gonna have like a source of fuel in here all the time. We'll create a bunch of tallow. I don't think animal fat can really be used for much else important, so we're just going to have it be like this for now. And I think with that, it's relatively easy to make torches. I seriously hate these menus. There, a torch is down here. How about let's favorite this one? Have a little star next to it. And then that makes it so that, yeah, it takes a while to actually craft it. Yeah, these ones take only 1 second to craft, and the other ones are a little bit more complex. But at the same time, it's very easy to get. You don't need coal. We'll just keep making them as they come available. I mean, I don't know how much we need torches in here. It would make the place really bright. Plus, we have this light source right here if we ever need to see. So, that's also a positive. Alright, our bedroll is down there, just in case we need to randomly spawn somewhere. Yeah, we just need to pretty much wait for this to get done, but I'm probably not going to wait for that to get done at the moment. It's still got like 2 minutes. So what can we do for the rest of this time? It's almost night. It's 45 minutes until night. How about let's craft some of the traps and stuff. Tools, traps, barbed wire fence. We can technically have some of that barbed wire. I think that just is placed down on the ground for some reason. Let's just stick with our good old reliable. Make like 30 of these. then we'll be able to place them all about. We've got 30 minutes, and by 30 minutes I mean like literally a couple minutes to be able to actually get these before the zombies start coming. Which shouldn't be too bad. We'll place extras around here. Haven't been able to do too much of like the placing of spikes here. I've been more concerned about the front door. But yeah. I'm just hoping they don't get through my trap doors easily. Okay, I'm still undetected, which means that it could be that zombies aren't showing up at the moment. We'll have to get inside pretty quickly though. And then we're pretty much just going to go mining, because I'm pretty sure that once we're done with all of that, there's really not much else for us to do. I do want to also tidy up the entrance to the mine as well. It's kind of a little bit sad, the way it just immediately goes into dirt and stuff. So yeah, we're just going to go down here. Huh, is this like a little sand thing? I think it is, yeah. Because yeah, we'd be able to also get sand down here as well. There's like different weird pockets of things. Okay, so that means it's nighttime. Now we've got basically 15 minutes worth of mining that we're able to do. I never actually did the murky water. I see that in my inventory. I realized that that actually might have been something we wanted to do. Oh, the tallow. Oh, the tallow. That's actually something we really need to do. We'll turn this light off. I'm not sure if it attracts zombies or not, but I kind of just want to basically go upstairs. Zombies could come tonight because I don't think they came last night. Last night I was actually mining the whole time and I kept not being detected. So today I'm going to be a little bit more wary. We'll grab all of the tallow and turn off this to save fuel. Still undetected, so everything is quiet for now. And it's still a long night. The night is about 15 minutes long. It basically goes for half of this video. I guess I could have done the murky water, but I feel like it's better to conserve the campfire fuel than it is to actually create the different resources. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. We're just going to keep mining. Mine down and create a staircase. Hopefully we'll be able to find different resources on the walls. I mean, it's like if something looks a little odd, like right here, I think is something. Oh, right there, we struck iron. This is iron right here. Because it had like a little bit of a rust in it. You can see like at the top of the screen. I mean, it's like the problem with my light is that it actually kind of makes the textures look a little weird when you stare directly at it. But if you look at it from that angle, it looks rusty. So that's how you find iron, I guess. And other types of metals, probably. So boom, already we got lots of iron. Finally, we've dug deep enough that we're able to find lots of resources. I'm not sure if I should actually dig all the way down to the bottom of the world, or if I should just be satisfied digging slightly down. Oh, this iron needs repairs. Oh, I didn't realize it went break on its own. Okay. That's actually really nice. I was like surprised. I was like trying to use it, and for some reason it didn't disappear from my inventory. It still remained, which is awesome. It means that I can keep using it even though it had no durability. I need to actually grab my wood frame ramps so that I can tunnel down. Sometimes I dig a little bit too far down, just like in that case. I get a little bit excited with my mining. I try to be as clean as possible in my endeavors, but then it just like I mess up somehow. Man, this is just a pocket of iron right here. We might just keep mining all of this. I'm wondering if there's more. It's hard to see this stuff. Because there's also like sand bits. Like, it's almost like gravel, I guess. Maybe it's just like sand and rocks is what like it considers to be gravel. Maybe that's something to look up on the wiki, like what types of blocks are there like down in the ground, and maybe figure out exactly where they spawn and where I should like be mining. But for now, I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I probably should have been squatted so that I'd have less of a chance to be spotted, but honestly, this down deep into the ground, it's very hard for zombies to really sense you. Because, I mean, we're not too far down, but we're relatively far down that for them to find a pathway and actually go into this area, it'd be difficult for them to pathfind like that. But we'll see. I guess we could die today. We've died before, or at least I think we have. Let's actually look at our deaths. Oh, it's right here. 3 deaths. I didn't realize it was that many. But, yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, these are interesting, like, different stats. It would be really interesting to do this game with multiple people, because you can, like, add allies or, like, do other kinds of things, like track them on the map, see how far away they are from you. That's something I definitely want to do in the future, like partner up with someone and try to just play 7 Days to Die. It's an interesting game. It's one of those games designed for multiplayer. It's a whole entire sandbox survival game. Alright, let's keep mining. I'm going to try to keep on doing interesting commentary, because I will admit for the last episode, I wasn't as good with that. I pretty much was rambling on. We were in the caves and mining the whole entire time. When in reality, this layout, with me being above the surface for the first half and then mining, makes it so I actually have a little bit more to talk about. So right now, just today even, I actually really am kind of considering having more people join the 7 Days to Die world, and other different things like Minecraft I kind of want to bring back. I was looking on Minecraft forum, found some people, and we'll see if they actually respond and also are able to collaborate with me. But I am definitely planning on doing collaborations in the future. I feel like that would be a little bit more interesting than having just solo episodes of me around. And we will be able to continue our endeavors on YouTube's. Alright, looks like our thirst was able to get down to 75. So I actually don't know what that means. What's our food like? Food's at 81. Are we not like able to keep healing? Maybe our food needs to be like really high for us to just keep doing that, because for some reason we're still at 88 health when our wellness is at 89. Apparently our max wellness is 210, so we might really want to raise that bar at some point. I don't know the best way to raise wellness. I know that eating is like the main way that I know how. But we're going to have to eat lots of food to be able to do that, and right now we don't have lots of food. I'm just trying to conserve my energy as much as I can so I don't have to eat as much food. Good news with this episode is that we actually have a bunch of wood. I will admit that we don't have as much as we did in the beginning of the episode. I think we had like more than 1,000, and now we're at only 600. I'm still undetected, but for some reason I'm hearing weird noises which eerily remind me of a toilet flushing. So I'm not sure if that's scary. Maybe if you have a phobia of toilets, it's scary. If you have a fear of getting sucked in and flushed away or something. I will admit that actually does seem like a very genuine fear. Like just falling into the toilet and then like, maybe if you're small enough. I mean, I guess I wouldn't have that fear. The hole is way too small, but that'd be awful. That would be awful. I'm probably going to stop talking about it, because that actually would be awful to go into the sewer system. Maybe you find a clown down there. It'd be fun. Everyone knows that clowns are awesome, you know. Anyway, it looks like my pickaxe is about to break. We'll just repair it now instead of waiting to do that. I really wish the items like automatically went into your toolbar instead of automatically going into your inventory. I wonder if there's a setting for that, but I doubt there is. Because like in Minecraft, I know I compare this game to Minecraft way too much, but in that game you actually are able to have it so that items automatically go into these slots, and then they automatically go into the inventory going across the whole entire system. So yeah, that's just that's the system I'm kind of used to, so that's why I keep mentioning it. Maybe we'll like go all the way to the bottom of the world and then like have a mine shaft or something. That'd be cool. Like I'm really wanting to experiment with like the blocks in this game and see, can you make a structure that really kind of looks like it's just weird? Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like spooky. How about like has a feel that like no other game could really give, just like a apocalypse, like really abandoned mine shaft type of a thing, where you could just have random like bits out of the wall. I feel like that's something there. I'm not sure. I don't know. Whenever I see like weird things in the wall, I think that it's like some sort of resource, but then it's not. So yeah, I think there's like always these weird mines that have the black. But yeah, if we get to the bottom, we're able to build something pretty cool, because I think this game could really be used as like a sandbox type game with bunches of blocks. I'm hearing that toilet sound effect again. I know I was on a completely different track talking about the mine shaft, but that toilet sound effect, it's like that's the only thing that I'm hearing whenever that plays. Like, why have a toilet sound effect when you could have like, I don't know, something else? We don't need to craft all of our wood into those frames. Let's just make another 30. I think 30 would be good, because at the moment this thing is only 1 block wide, but I normally like having my mine shafts 2 blocks wide so that I'm able to have a little bit more space to go about. Ooh, I'm level 13 and have 10 skill points. Did I have like 5 skill points originally? You know what, let's go to our skills. Where's like the skills? We have 10. I don't think we're able to peak our survival wellness yet. Yeah, okay. We'll probably have to do that some other point. I'm not sure what the next level. Ooh, okay. The requirements is athletics 40, so we actually need our athletics up. We're at 25, which isn't actually that good. But yeah, I can increase this skill by running or punching. Maybe once we get to like level 26, then I'll start leveling up, because honestly we're really close to leveling up already. If I buy this perk, then it actually might kind of waste the progress we've already made. I'm wondering if this counts as punching. Does this count as punching, or does it just like count as a different category of mining? Because like you'd think this would increase my athletic skills. It's using up a bunch of stamina in the corner every time I mine a block. My stamina goes down. So we'd have to see, but maybe we'll just go on like a jog tomorrow, like in the next episode. We'll see. It's day 13. Oh, that kind of reminds me. In episode 14, we're actually going to have a whole entire another zombie horde. So really, we are going to have to gather a lot more iron. So from what we gathered before and all that, we have 164 iron. Each piece of iron equals 5 in the forge. So already, trying to work out math, that means that we have at least 700. We're almost at 800, I believe. Almost at 800 iron that we can use. Every 10 goes into a piece of forged iron. That can mean that we have like 80 forged iron. Did I ever turn off the forge? I only just realized that. I think I turned off the forge, but I'm not sure. I am almost certain I turned off the forge, because I remember there being like no more clay left, and I turned off. So that should hopefully be good. We still have a little bit more iron in there, unless we used a bunch, because I remember us having... Yeah, actually, I think we had 70, so we didn't use that much forged iron. We'll just keep on going. We still got 1 hour left of mining, and for the next episodes, we gotta gather a lot more iron, and hopefully that will be able to get us some barbed wire fences. The barbed wire fences are actually one good way of being able to slow down zombies. And I want a way to actually like fight the zombies and use my bow and arrow skills to just take them out like that. Because I think once you're done with a horde, you're basically just done with the horde. So like all the zombies that do exist just are like that. We'll see how day 14 turns out. Alright guys, sorry about the editing troubles. You can see that I actually don't have a face in the corner of the screen, and that is because I accidentally deleted the footage that I had ending this episode, and that is because I deleted the footage for the next episode, and you'll see why tomorrow. I'm going to upload a episode tomorrow that will kind of explain what happened in the process of me recording, and it kind of messed me up completely. And it's going to be a special episode tomorrow. You will be able to have a bonus episode of 7 Days to Die, but that has really been it for the rest of this clip. We were just mining, and now we're just going to try to get ready for the 14th day in the next episode. So this has been all from me, and I will see you guys all later. Bye. This is what I would call the sitting duck challenge, and it is going to be interesting because we are not allowed to move a single muscle. So like these guys, oh my, I'm just going to use my bomb because I really did not want to deal with that at all. Oh my, this is going to be such a hard challenge.